Hey. Mm, 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 What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pressure Talk. It's your brother Neely Bay, aka Mr. 23 and 6. Naptown stand up, St. Louis stand up. I'm on my dirty Midwest shit. I'm back in the middle with another one. So today episode, man, I'm hearing it's our households is being consumed right now, you know what I'm saying, with political jargon, is what I call it. Now, a few episodes ago, man, I had a conversation with y'all, related to the birthright executive order that he put out. And man, listen. Critical understanding is key right now. And I told y'all in that episode that all of y'all, every last one of us, should have one of these. Not just one of them, but we should have it on our temple. It should be up here. Let me explain to you why. So everybody is getting up in arms about these executive orders. And when I tell you I've read this document over 100 times, nowhere in this document have I ever seen the word executive order associated with the President of the United States. Now, what I think we should do as a people, the first thing we should do, my fellow Americans, is we need to examine the concept of an order. Because, it's an executive order, that makes it a special order. Even though the United States Constitution does not allow for the president to make law. I want y'all to focus on that. Think about what I just said. He's not allowed to make law. So if he's not allowed to make law, then what is his order? And what is his operational function on the American people? Which is the question that everybody needs to answer. Not just consider, fucking answer. And it's in this document. It's in this document. If you pay attention, man, he's only really putting hands on individuals who has a specific agreement with the federal government. I just read, I just sent it to my wife this morning that the Senate here in Indiana has just passed a bill to offer federal aid to any sheriff in any county that will accept the interaction with ICE, basically, for the immigration situation. Now think about that. If the sheriff's department was under the authority of the governor, why would the legislature have to appease them by offering them government grants to accept the federal encroachment into the situation? There's a reason for that. And everybody that lives in a state where there's primarily counties being ran, you need to look into the authority and power of a sheriff. And then when you look into that, you will come to understand that every time you have an encounter with a police officer and you ask for a supervisor, once you ask for a supervisor, you're not even supposed to talk to the supervisor. The supervisor is there now to make sure that that officer doesn't overstep their boundaries when you ask the supervisor to call a sheriff to the scene. That's a whole different animal. You have the ability to call the sheriff yourself. That's why when you call 911, they ask you, how do you want to direct your call? See, we think it's either the fire department, the medical department, or the police. No. You can request that a sheriff you can order that a sheriff come to your house, because sheriffs are actually obligated to answer to the people. They are the only law enforcement officers in a county that has arrest powers outside of the governor, and their power supersedes the governor's. Because even if the governor of Indiana decided he wanted to cooperate with the federal government, with the president of the United States with this immigration shit, a sheriff has the authority, and this is facts, look it up. The sheriff has the authority, the power to stop those federal agents from coming into any county. And if they came into a county, they have the authority to force them to leave. See, our problem as Americans is we are not understanding our position in this hierarchy. But we're going to get that in today. So I'm going to go to this document here. And I'm going to go to I'm going to go to Article 2. This is Article 2 of the United States Constitution. Article 2 deals expressly with the powers of the President of the United States. And I'm not going to read this whole thing. It's just a couple of things I want to touch on. Now, it says no person, this is Article 2, Section 1. It says no person except a natural born person or a citizen, pardon my language. It says no person except a natural born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of president. Neither shall any person be eligible to the office who shall not have attained the age of 35 years and been 14 years a resident within the United States. Now, I read that for this purpose. And then I'm going to get off into this other part. You see how they gave two different distinct measures on what a citizen is? See, y'all not understanding that the 14th Amendment gave the government jurisdiction over people they had no jurisdiction over. That's what it did. It attempted to acquire jurisdiction over people who they had no jurisdiction over. So, this right here, what I just read to y'all, I'm trying to understand when it says a natural born citizen or the other kind of citizen, it tells you that you have to be this citizen for a certain amount of years, meaning that you have to be in public service and it has to be recorded, your public service, before you can even be eligible to hold the office of president. What office did Donald Trump hold before this? See, we just go along with the go along and not understanding that this right here is showing you that a citizen is an official office within our government. I'm going to break that down another time because I want to get to this. Now, we're going to we're still in Article 1. I'm going to go to Section 2. And I'm only going to read the first, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. It says, the president shall be commander-in-chief of the Army and Navy of the United States and of the militia of the several states when called into actual service of the United States. He may require the opinion in writing of the principals, officers in each of the executive departments, appoint any subject related to the duties of their respective offices. Now, this is talking about the military. But this is what I want to focus on. This is why I put 4 stars over it. It says the president shall be commander-in-chief. It don't say N. It's not A-N-D. It's N-I-N. Now, for those of us that were born and raised in this country and understand the power of language. The word in that particular commander-in-chief, expressly tells you that the president is not the chief. He's a commander, but he's not the chief. Well, why is this relevant, Nilly Bay? The reason why it's fucking relevant is because the people is the chief. We the people. We the chief. This dude ain't got no authority to give us an order. You can't give the chief an order. Where? The only individuals in our government that has the authority to give the chief an order is the courts. Once a decision is made of a constitutional regulation, then an order is given. And the people respect that because this is what we put together. Again, I told y'all about the separation of powers clause of this document. The only ones, Article 1, it tells you the only one that can make law in this country is the United States Congress. So if he's not making law, he's only making orders, then how the fuck does that operate on the people? Especially when this document doesn't give him the authority to make orders. With the exception of if we was in wartime. If we was at war, then that'd be different because the law gives him the authority to take over. But then there would be no Senate. There would be no judicial department. He handles everything from there. So which one is it? Is Congress real? Is the United States Supreme Court real? Or is they just up here masquerading while the president always actually execute everything in the world? All of the powers. Like, come on, man. Are you serious? Y'all keep talking about, oh, he's firing all these people and he's firing people that work for him. He has that power. Just like the United States Congress has the power to fire people that work for them. This deals with the welfare system. Congress created the welfare system, not the president. Congress did. So only Congress can say what can and cannot be in that system. He has no say-so unless that particular structure is receiving funds from his department. And if I'm not mistaken, I just read to y'all, he has no ability to deal with funds unless he deals with the military. The protection of the company. I mean, the people, the country. I'm just saying, man, like, why are y'all doing all this panicking, bro? Make Congress step in and make him stand down, man, if he out of pocket. Make the court step in and make him stand down if he out of pocket. He knows this. You see what he did with the tariffs. He put that shit out there and then, oh, well, we're going to stay in for a month for these countries. We're not going to really just put it in there now. We're going to wait for a month. Why? What y'all got going on? Well, you didn't put it on hold for a month. Like, come on, man. This dude is going after immigrants, transgenders, and then everybody seems to think he's coming after so-called black people. Man, come on with it. Have y'all not seen what happened to all those stores that removed the black products from their stores? How their products plummeted? Stop playing with our dollar, man. Like, come on, man. We really not seeing what we have. We so distracted and focused on all this other nonsense, man. Come on, bro. It's unfortunate that he's doing what he's doing to the immigrants. But at the same time, in the same breath, if you want to try to play games with us, bro, let's get it in. Like I said in my last episode, when my wife told me what she told me about Brad, man, I hope that was I stand on that. I hope those are tears of joy. Get your bread. You can cut them out now. Why do we feel like we need them to survive in this world when we're the geniuses? We hold the highest propensity of intellect in the world. There's a reason why they're going after our women genetically in the hospitals. Like, come on, man. Y'all tweaking, bro. Stop letting this one get up under y'all skin like that, man. Do y'all actually think the universe is not going to respond to some of this? Come on, man. Stop it, bro. We bigger than that. He is the commander-in-chief. We are the chief. A commander cannot give an order to his chief. Period. Stand on who you are. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. Stand on who you are, man. Now, time stand up, St. Louis, stand up. I'm on my Dirty Midwest shit, man. Pressure talking in the building, man. Brother Newly Bay, aka Mr. 23 and 6. Hey. Hold on before I cut out. I had to speak on it because it just hit my mind. Man, listen. So apparently, everybody is championing, whatever you want to say it. I got teeth missing, so I don't want to hear this shit. But Kendrick Lamar has won the Grammys, and the world is hooraying and hurrahing, and they're happy that Kendrick Lamar brought down the big bad Drake, you know. And I still don't understand for the life of me how an individual who I'm not gonna say Drake tried to give him his flowers, because it was J. Cole that said the big three shit. So when, Kendrick Lamar responded with that motherfucking big three, he was really shooting a shot at, J. Cole. But we know what J. Cole did. He bowed out, so he ain't gonna say nothing. So they said that shot was for Drake. And yeah, Drake done had to stand down since he came into the picture. But I'm cool on, supporting the artist that is frontline supporting divisiveness. I'm just not with that. You know what I'm saying? Drake tried to put unity, and you came in with divisiveness. You know what I'm saying? So I want to send a shout, a warning to all of the young artists coming up in this industry. Hopefully, if the industry don't get fucked up, you have opportunity to make something of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Basketball players, football players, actresses, singers. I need y'all to pay attention, man. That game is rigged. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in there playing politics. Just go in there and get your money. Because you see what they doing. They didn't imply for over a year or so now that anybody that's up there on that pedestal, you know what I'm saying, they've been tampered with in some way, shape, form, or fashion. That's what they've been basically putting out to us. All the big artists are handpicked. And they're only handpicked when they do certain things. So I'm just wondering what Kendrick had to do to get them Grammys. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, Naptown stand up, St. Louis stand up. I'm on my Dirty Midwest shit. Hey.